You're watching
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. So I really want to get into something that we were talking about earlier.
GeoGuessr?
GeoGuessr, yes. GeoGuessr, great fucking game. Like the concept of it is so simple to be like some amazingly fun game to play. And you always talked to me about this 20,000 point challenge.
Yeah.
And I guess I didn't really realize what you meant when you were saying the 20,000 point challenge, and I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to like make you feel bad or anything.
you thought I was just really bad at this game, basically.
I was like, man. Well, I'll be honest. A lot of times I get like, decent games are 18,000 points is a good game or whatnot, and I was thinking, okay, oh, you're not. I don't know why I just came in here to sleep, assuming you would be like sitting in the bed.
I'm still in this cave we were in last time we recorded, so I'm sorry. I'm just off in the middle of nowhere.
There's like this zombie just like, oh, now he's after me. He's just chilling on top of those old villagers that we have.
He really wants
he's just, yeah. But I mean, so 20,000 point games are good games, but I didn't know that you were playing this thing in hardcore mode.
Yeah, so you're familiar with Jordan, Captain Sparkles. Well, he does this thing. This is where so when I played with Doc the other day. Well, it's been about a month now, but Doc asked me to play with him, so I did. And Doc
other day, a month,
recently I played with Doc, and Doc does this thing where you can only move like twice or something like that, and then try to figure it out. So you get to move, but you only get to move a few times. Well, Jordan does it where you can't move at all. You have to go on where you drop into the planet and see if you can figure it out. And if you get 20,000 points, then that's a win, so to speak. You've won the game.
Well, I would agree that would be a win in those conditions, given most maps. I mean, I guess you can play the maps where it's like, drop me in a famous place.
Right. No. This has to be world, not U.S. So it has to be the whole world, and yeah, that's basically the rules.
And you've been playing this for how long without a 20,000 point game until recently?
I've done 18 tries now.
Oh, that's not that many tries at all.
Yeah, no, I've never played GeoGuessr like ever.
The first time I banded like crazy.
First time I ever played, I did too. Was just the other day. The first time I played was with Doc, but the first time I played by myself was on this. Well, I played one night, the other night, like after I watched all of Jordan's videos. I'd been like, I don't normally watch YouTubers, but I got like
you're trying to memorize his spots.
Well, no, it was just like I watched his I got really into it basically. Like I don't normally watch YouTube videos, but something about this series was like, man, this is wild. Like, how's he ever gonna get this sort of thing? But I have learned a lot from watching his videos. Like, he's got these little nuances that really help you figure it out. Like, okay, I'm on a road in the middle of nowhere, but the sand is, or the dirt is all orange, probably Brazil. And like, look at the compass, and then look at the sun. If the sun is north of you, you're south of the equator. Things like that, or like these little nuances that you figure out that you just don't know. Like if the camera quality is all garbage, it's probably either U.S. or Australia. It's not going to be somewhere else, basically.
Yeah, usually somewhere in the Midwest is normally a bad camera quality in America.
So yeah.
So I played GeoGuessr for a long time on my channel. I never played a don't move challenge because I personally thought it would be terrible to watch from a fan's perspective.
I mean, it might be. I mean, my stream, we did it for 4 hours the other night, and they loved it. Granted, I did some other stuff too. I did like famous places and other things, but I did some U.S. where I could move and some world where I could move. But the only reason why I know I've played 18 is because Kurt just added me as a friend. I looked at my profile and it says I've played 18 rounds total.
So the nuances of GeoGuessr, I appreciate to an extent, but at the same time, I feel like they kind of take away from some of the fun of what the game is intended to be.
Yeah,
is knowing that like maybe the sun. Okay, the sun is something I can understand as like knowing north or south of the equator. That's just kind of if you were randomly dropped into a location in the world. if you like, let's say you got on a plane blindfolded and knocked out or something like that, and then you woke up and they threw you out with a parachute and said, "Figure out where the hell you're at" for whatever reason. You could actually use that to your advantage.
Yeah.
You couldn't use grainy quality video.
No, yeah.
To your advantage.
That's true.
And then I think it takes away from the immersion of what the game is supposed to be.
I'm just playing a different game. Honestly, you know what I wish? I wish they had the game I'm playing as a mode. Because I'm getting scored on points. That 20,000.
This isn't a mode.
No, this is not like you can't select this. Like,
I assumed maybe this was a new mode that you could like.
No, this is just regular world play. So you're still getting scored as if you could move. As far as the game knows, you have moved. I wish they had a mode where every move took away points or something like that. Like your total number of points went down as you moved, sort of thing. I think that'd be really cool.
Okay, and that's what I was telling you before. Is I always play the 2 to 5 minute timed rounds is what I really liked, is because it didn't let you just go around infinitely to figure out exactly where you were at. It gave you enough time to move enough time to move with the clock against you, so that you were moving at a quick enough pace,
right,
but you weren't paying attention to everything so in depth because you were just trying to get generalized clues. And that's the kind of mode that I liked to play with. But yeah, I could definitely get behind a mode that just took away points for movement.
Yeah.
Because that would kind of incorporate both of those worlds.
Yeah. I wish they would do more. Like, honestly, it should be a standalone application at this point. Like, it's just something that works with Google Maps, right? It's just a Google thing, right?
I don't know if Google actually made it or not. GeoGuessr. Is it .com? Yeah. I don't even remember anymore. But it's GeoGuessr without a ER. It's just a GeoGuessr.
Right.
I don't know if they're actually a subsidiary of Google or if it's just a Google API that they utilized.
I feel like it's got to be a Google thing.
I mean, it would make sense to be one.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest problems I always had with GeoGuessr, and people in my videos made so much fun of me for this, and I could never, ever, ever get it right. I cannot tell the difference between Spanish and Portuguese on signs.
Yeah. No, people in my stream chat were able to do that sort of thing, but I also don't. I'm not. I mean, fuck. I have trouble. I'm like, that's Italy. I'm like, where the fuck's Italy at? So I mean, I definitely show what an idiot I am when I do these things, because I don't know exactly where everything's at on the map or whatnot.
I think I had one of the most embarrassing ones I had, and now it's funny now, even like reliving this. It's so pathetic because I still couldn't even point you to it. And I looked it up right afterwards because I felt so embarrassed about it. I got dropped into like a highway somewhere that literally had a big street sign right in front of me. Like, you would have known where this was playing your game, and I couldn't know where it was by moving. It said Dubai, like 1 kilometer away or whatever it was. And I was like, oh, sweet. I pulled up the map and I was like, where the fuck is Dubai? And like, I could not in my mind imagine how to click on Dubai on a world map.
So you weren't thinking like India? You didn't know where India was, or you didn't know it was India?
I guess I didn't even think India. I don't even know. Like you saying India. I'm like, oh yeah, Dubai's near India. Like, I don't know why, because I picture Dubai is talked about a lot because it's like this really expensive place. But I've never been there. I've never planned on traveling to Dubai. So I've never really looked at it on a map before.
Okay. Oh shit. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh lord.
I am, for the life of me, trying to find some creepers, and I cannot find them anywhere because I really want gunpowder.
I'm not having any trouble finding the creepers. God, I almost died.
Get all the gunpowder you can, and don't die.
Okay. Whew.
Where is this cave that you're in?
I don't remember. I think I went. Like, if you go out the front door of our base and then do a complete 180. I went that way, but I just dug down somewhere.
Coincidentally, that's where I'm walking right now.
Yeah, I found like some beach area over like a little mountain, and I just dug in basically, and I found this epic cave I've been in for 4 episodes now or whatever it's been.
Man, I was just going over here looking for creepers. Now I'm like way far away from home with an inventory way too full to be on an excursion. No, but GeoGuessr, I will. God, I because Badge and Nevers and I, because you can send each other your challenges.
Yeah. I remember you guys did this stuff, and I didn't even know what it was back then. I'll be honest.
Oh, we used to have so much fun with it because it was just like who can get a higher score on the same seed, essentially, and like we'd always go in blind to the things and see who actually did.
And
like,
did y'all have a time limit on it? Because otherwise, I feel like you'd always get 25,000.
When you make the challenges, you can make the challenge based on time limit or no time limit.
Okay.
So you would send the challenge link, which would give them the same 5 locations, and based on whether you did a 2-minute timer or a 5-minute timer or no timer at all.
Okay.
And I think all of us were very audience conscientious, and even if we didn't have time limits on them, we would spend if I didn't have time limits on my episodes, they would be like 30-minute episodes right around there because I would make sure that I didn't take. If I just kept going, I would just be like, at some point, I stop.
Yeah.
And just put in a guess. And I think that they both did like similar things. So we kind of had always similarly linked episodes, but we definitely could have sat there forever. I used to watch a lot of people playing GeoGuessr to try to understand some of the nuances just to help me out with the ones where I could still move at, just so I would, nuances are still helpful to know. Like, where are you going to be based on this stuff? And I watched a guy once try to do a perfect round, and God, it was like an hour-and-a-half video of him, finding street signs and going back. I always had trouble understanding, and I guess I still don't understand this, 'cause I think it might have changed throughout the years of my GeoGuessr playing. Is it where they drop you, or where you end?
Where they drop you.
So it's always where they drop you.
Yeah. So if you go find a road sign or whatever, you need to backtrack at that point to where they dropped you. Yeah, I didn't realize that at first either. I thought it was just wherever I'm at right now. But now, it's definitely wherever you were originally at.
Yeah, I remember at one point, and I thought somebody in my comments told me that it changed at some point, and that's why I wondered, because I ended up coincidentally coming across a place in DC. It was like a street right down the street from where I live, and I was dropped relatively close to. I was like, man, these look like DC row homes. And I went down the street, and I'm like, there's a fucking street sign that tells me exactly what corner I'm at right now. And I put in that corner, and I got 4,800 points because I was a half a mile away or whatever. And I was like, wait a minute, but I was right. I was literally right there.
Right. We should do it sometime. I mean, I don't know if we could do like what you and Neberson them all did back in the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. But hardcore mode, I will die. I will keep
I mean, I feel like that's better on stream. I feel like Jordan doesn't do it stream wise. He makes videos, but I do feel like what I'm doing, it's good for a stream because they can all get involved and they can try to help figure it out. I don't think I could hit that 20K by myself, but I did get really lucky that round too. Like my first drop was just in the middle of Japan, and I had a street sign right in front of me. So my first one, I got like 4,998 or something like that. So that there's a definite element of luck.
I'll be honest. If I got dropped in Japan in front of a street sign, I'm not sure I could still get 4,998. Like, how long does it normally take you to get around?
What do you mean? Like to do the whole
a round, like one of the 5 rounds. How long do you normally spend?
Not long, because you don't have a lot to go on, right? You look at what.
Well, what if you let's say you do have a lot to go on? Like you knew you were in Japan.
No, that one probably took 20 minutes for sure. Like,
so you were just digging through the map.
Yeah. Because I had, like I said, I was on a main road. And we could kind of see just, what was around us and stuff. So I was able to sit there and be like, all right, we got to find this road. And took the time to find that road, basically. But again, people in chat were like, it's up north, So I knew to go to northern Japan for one thing, So otherwise I would have probably spent more time clicking around Japan just to find it. But
I think it'd be interesting to see how you did in that challenge if you just did a YouTube series on it and not a Twitch series, just because, or just turned off chat while you were doing it,
right?
And seeing because if you're getting hints from chat, even if you're trying to ignore them, the second you see a hint in chat, you can't ignore it.
Oh yeah, no, this is totally a me in chat sort of thing. It's not just because I've done it. I've done it by myself before I ever tried this at all. And I think the best I did was like 15,000 by myself, just playing it, which still isn't bad, I guess. But yeah, no, I don't think I could do it and get 20,000 without chat. Maybe, but you'd be one of those ones where you got like 3 in a row where you got road signs or something, and you got really
You're like, that's my house. That's where I work. How far did you go away from the base to get to this cave mouth?
It wasn't even a cave mouth. I dug into. You're never like okay. My coordinates right now. I'm at 2093 negative 2874.
Oh, I'm actually not. I went way farther away from base than you, but I'm not that far in the Z direction. 2093.
Yeah.
Oh, 2874. Okay. Oh no, I went the
Negative
I'm
2874
the right.
though. Negative.
Yeah, I'm the right Z direction. I am not the right X directions. 2090, so you're this way. Okay. You're this way like hundreds of blocks where there's an ocean. You're under the ocean right now.
Am I? Yeah, it was on the edge of an ocean. There was like a mountainside, and I dug into there.
Yeah, you're definitely in some ocean-ish territory.
Huh. It's a big cave, and it's been mostly.
Oh, there's a boat here.
Yeah. Okay, so look at the boat, turn to your right, and like follow the shoreline there, and just keep looking to your right as you follow the shoreline. Somewhere there's a dig down.
Oh, so I'm at the place where you dug down, apparently.
Yep.
Just not. Did you dig down or into the side of the mountain?
Down and in, both.
I mean, could I see it from the
You can see
water?
You can
Or
see
did you go like straight down?
No. Yeah, not straight down. Like a UHC style stair step.
I think I'm going way too far.
Like if you're looking at the boat and the ocean, just turn right.
Yeah, that's what I did, but I looped kind of around the peninsula, and I did not see anything. And I'm going away from your coordinates at this point. Like well away from your
where
coordinates.
my entrance was, I'd go back to it, but it's been too many days have passed.
I'm just curious if I'm actually gonna find this because you could see it from the shoreline. You would assume.
Yeah, totally. Like I turned right at the boat, and there's that hill right there on your right from the boat, right?
Oh, I jumped in the boat and I'm going around the peninsula.
No.
Oh, I
Go
see
back
what
to
you're
where
saying.
the boat was at, and
Yeah.
on this like on your feet, there's that hill there.
So, yeah, there's a couple hills here. Turn right, follow it around. I'm probably gonna find your entrance here momentarily.
I would think you would. It wasn't. I didn't go far at all from that boat. Like less than 100 blocks from that boat.
Ooh. Oh, I got it! I found your entrance.
Now finding me, on the other hand, I have no idea. It's very deep.
I'm just curious. Like, is this cave cleared out, or is there like 18,000 directions that can still be gone from this cave?
I don't know. I am so deep in here now. Like there's.
Well, you'd have to be this way because that's where your coordinates went. I would assume.
There's like this mine shaft. That's.
Oh yeah, you got into the mine shaft. I see that.
It's just a never-ending mine shaft.
I should write a story or a song about it.
The never-ending mine shaft.
But it's got to have some inflection, like the never-ending mine shaft.
How's things been in DC lately?
I mean, it's really funny. One of the guys in my fire department is clearly a hardcore Republican. And DC is a very Democratic area.
Is it?
So, yeah, DC is definitely a very Democratic heavy area.
Okay.
And so dealing with somebody who's a hardcore Republican, granted, there's a lot of them around, but not a lot of them that, I guess the people I associate with are typically just Democrats. It's because we have more viewpoints on just general things. I don't know why. I get along with this guy just fine. It's not like we're against him or we're against each other or anything like that. But it was just very strange because yesterday some news thing was on about all the Cohen going his files getting raided and all his stuff taken from the Mueller's group or whatever. And I mentioned something about how why can't this damn investigation just be over so we can get on with life and have it be like this happened or this didn't happen, and so we can all just move on with things and get back to normal, because for years it's been the investigation and At some point, I'm just sick of the investigation because it's clouding everything else, no matter how you look at it and what side you're on. Because like even if you're a person that firmly believes that nothing, Trump didn't do anything wrong, the investigation clouds the issue. If you're somebody who firmly believes Trump did a bunch of things wrong, the investigation clouds the issues of like what's happening in day-to-day life anymore in American politics. And I guess that's like my mental thought process. And I've never really been presented by somebody who immediately started just arguing back of, well, of course the investigation is still going on because there's nothing to be found in this investigation, like with complete serious viewpoint. And I will say I've never really talked to a hardcore Trump defending Republican like face to face about these issues before. It was entertaining, but it took me off guard.
Right.
And I don't even know exactly like what to say about it because obviously my thought process is just based on this conversation. I'm pretty confident that there was some like obstruction of justice and bad things that have happened in there. I don't guarantee it though. I'm not the person who's running the investigation. I'm all about letting the investigation like run its course and prove what it proves. But I'm just sick of it taking as long as it's taking to get there. But I've also just never been presented with that viewpoint from somebody face to face before. I've seen a lot of Reddit posts on it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the thing is, it's going to take a while no matter what. There's too much, and you can't do it. You can't just do it fast and furious because you got to make sure that it's solid clad if you're going to do this thing, right?
I mean, yes, but at the same time, and then this is where I even actually question what is being found, is because if you aren't finding anything, but you want there to be something, of course you're gonna like extend this thing out for as long as you can.
Well, that's the thing is they keep finding things. They haven't. It's not that they haven't found anything. They're just not done finding everything.
I would agree with you as well, but it's kind of funny after talking to somebody with a point. It does. I'm not saying I believe it, but it does like make my mind question a little bit more. As how long do you really let it go for without letting enough stuff out there? Because if you're investigating somebody for obstruction of justice who's running our country right now, how long do you let it go until the next election? Because the investigation is just taking that long without really saying anything. Like, and that's I guess the question is how. So what's the point of doing the investigation anymore while this person's still running our country? If you're finding things that are pointing to that, but you just want to have a more ironclad case.
Well, I mean, I don't think you want to, because you're not going to get a second chance at it. You're only going to get one chance to try this.
But what is the point of your one chance if you don't use it when the guy is still running the country? And that's where I do start to question. Okay, if there was really enough evidence there, wouldn't they want to try to get somebody who was that corrupt out of power before they ruin, the country? If investigations were really proving that this person did all these illegal activities.
But if your evidence isn't good enough to prove it without a shadow of a doubt, then they still will be running the country afterwards.
True, but if you just let them keep running the country until the term runs out anyway, what's the difference?
You can still put them in prison later.
I mean, that is true. That I guess that is. Oh, I just saw your name tag fly by.
And the country will survive. I mean, like, it's not going to be the end of everything no matter what happens here. Jesus Christ, I'm going to die.
I just saw your name tag fly by, so you're not.
I'm in a ravine. I need to heal. This cave never ends. It's never ending. My coordinates are 2010 negative 2660.
You're like 100 blocks away from me somewhere. I'm in the ravine as well.
There's multiple ravines. There's multiple mine shafts, multiple ravines. It's
You're 100 blocks. Oh God, they are intersecting ravines. But I literally saw your name tag fly by. Oh, I see your name tag now. Hold on, you're at the bottom. Guude, I just fell down.
Watch out!
Shot.
Skeletons, creepers.
Oh my!
Skeletons.
Oh, I have a shield.
What a mess.
Okay, okay. I need to eat because I wasn't. I just jumped down thinking I would be safe, and
No, there's not been any safe in a long time.
something just died over there in front of that zombie. That was kind of weird.
There was another zombie. There's multiple zombies.
Just died in front of him.
Yeah.
Watched his friend die.
All right. Well, we're out of time here for today. So, well, I guess we'll do caving next episode because me and Jeff.
Yeah, guess so.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
See you guys.